Howie Mandel is one of the world's most famous comedians, and he's been very open about his phobia for germs. So what happened when the pandemic hit while producers were halfway through shooting a new documentary about his life? The answer is nothing. They just kept on shooting.
This is a joke, right? How did I destroy my family, my life? That was like the darkest point. I pulled a rubber glove over my face and think that this could be a career. I just said, I have a mental health issue. We'll be okay. I'm a putz from Toronto.
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel, but enough about me, is available now on Crave. And I got the chance to talk to him about the pandemic, his first job, and the dare that started his comedy career. Howie, I got to ask, how's the pandemic been treating you? Because I've got to think that a world where handshakes are banned, at least on some level, appeals to Howie Mandel.
Well, the fact that we're not shaking hands and we're not, yes, that's appealing. But this is, like everybody else, this is a nightmare, and this is the nightmare that I have been living every waking day of my life. There was some comfort in being able to awake momentarily from my nightmares and people going, Howie, don't be so crazy. Don't worry about it, Howie. There's nothing to worry about. And now everybody seems to have joined me in my nightmare. So that's not that comforting.
Listen, we're here to talk about your life, so we're going to take a look. But we're going to go all the way back, and you right now we could say comedian, actor, host, producer, writer, voice actor. But you started as a carpet salesman,
right?
So what did the carpet salesman think about where he was going to go with his life?
The carpet salesman and the comedian and the host and that never has that thought. Part of what I am diagnosed with and part of my problems has also served me where I don't think. And that's the end, period. I just don't think. I have no sense of ramifications. And then I'm usually in trouble. But I've also ended up with a career because of it. When I got up on stage, it was because of a dare at Yuck Yucks. And then when I went to California and a friend got me up on stage and Mitzi Shore said I could be a regular at the Comedy Store and there was a guy in the audience that gave me a television show. I started as a comedian and I didn't think that I would be a Saturday morning character. I was a Saturday morning character and didn't think I would be a game show host. I was a game show host and didn't think I would be a judge on, a talent show. So I'm more surprised than anybody.
You talked about battling depression and anxiety in your 40s. And then you said that that you spoke about having OCD and mental health issues on national radio. You said it was a mistake. Do you still view it as a mistake?
In my early 40s, my wife, said, we can't do this anymore. I can't, we can't live like this. So you better go get help, or you're going to lose your family. So I went and got help. But the accident was I went and got help, and as I speak to you right now, I'm still in therapy, and I'm medicated, even more now with COVID and more therapy. I've moved him into a whole new tax bracket. I went on the Howard Stern show, and I was having a little episode where I didn't want to touch the door handle when I was leaving, and they thought that was really funny. I said, please, I go to a psychiatrist and I'm medicated and you're going to have to take me to the hospital if you don't open the door. So they opened the door, and when I walked through the door on the other side, I realized that this was all broadcasted. I thought we were in a commercial break. I was so humiliated. I wandered on the street and I'm just looking down and some guy comes up to my periphery and he goes, are you Howie Mandel? And I just shook my head, yeah. And he goes, were you just on Howard Stern? And I said, oh my God, yeah, yes. And I felt my heart drop into my stomach. This is it, and I better take off and run. And then he said two words that kind of changed my whole trajectory in life. He said, me too. And I went, what? What does that mean, me too? And he goes, no, I have mental health problems like anxiety and things like you have. And it was so refreshing to hear you talk about it on the radio. It made me feel like I'm not alone. And I said, you just made me feel like I'm not alone. And after that, that was the switch.
Before we end this, we're going to play a little rapid fire, right? So I'm going to throw a question at you and give me a quick answer, okay? What is the highest point in your career?
The high point is now. It really is for me because I kind of realize and appreciate it more.
Have you ever pranked anyone for Halloween? And if yes, who and what'd you do?
I dressed my kids up. One day she left me with the kids and I dressed them up. I said, you want to do Halloween? And they said, yeah. And I dressed them up. I had a goblin and I had a witch and we went door to door. It was in April. just to see the faces. My wife got mad at me for that.
Do you have a hidden talent? And if yes, what is it?
Yeah, it's actually hiding. I was the best at hide and go seek. I don't know if I was the best at hide and go seek. I don't think I had friends who cared about looking for me.
Howie, complete this sentence. Howie Mandel cannot live without
Family.
What's your guilty pleasure, Howie?
Family. My grandkids. My grandkids are my whole life now. My grandkids, this is killing me at COVID because I'm not allowed to pick them up and squeeze them. But the babies, and you have a beautiful family, and as amazing as this is, I'm telling you, this is your future speaking to you. Grandkids are even better.
One word to describe the documentary, Howie.
Me.
Howie, thank you so much for this. We really appreciate your time. Glad to see you're doing so well.
Thank you.
Howie Mandel, but enough about me. The 2-hour documentary is streaming now on Crave.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.